Welcome to week 6 of Free from Falls Online. Today we will discuss ways to reduce your risk of falls in the community. At the end of this session, you should be able to recognize the common causes of slips, trips, and falls, be conscious of fall hazards in their external environment and how you might navigate the community safely, and employ the stop, scan, and plan technique to identify and navigate fall risks in the community. Whether you are walking around the neighborhood to stay active or just going to the store, falls can happen outdoors. In public places, there are many situations that can make it difficult to maintain your footing and could cause slips, trips, and falls. These include wet spots, ice and snow, polished floors, uneven walking surfaces, like cracks in sidewalks, and loose, irregular surfaces such as gravel. A slip occurs when there isn't a good grip between your shoe and the walking surface. This causes you to lose traction and often results in falling backwards. A trip occurs when your foot contacts an object in a way or drops to a lower level unexpectedly, causing you to be thrown off balance. A trip most often results in falling forward. A fall occurs when you are too far off balance. Most slip, trip, and fall incidents can be prevented by taking general precautions and safety measures. The best way to prevent injuries such as these is to be aware of where you're going and to pay attention to your walking surface. Wet or slippery surfaces are a major cause of falls. Floors made of highly polished marble or tile can be very slippery. When these surfaces are wet, they may become dangerous. Look carefully at floor surfaces in public buildings. Here are some simple tips to reduce the likelihood of a slip or fall on wet or slippery surfaces. Wear flat or low-heeled shoes with rubber soles for more solid footing or traction. Avoid leather soles. When moving on slippery surfaces, alter your stride to take slower and smaller steps. Point your feet slightly outward, keeping your center of balance under you. Use your feet as probes to detect possible slip, trip, and fall hazards. Get your feet underneath your body quickly to maintain your balance after initial step. Use rails or other stable objects that you can hold on to. Be extra careful during and after stormy weather. When slippery floors have rubber or carpet runners in place, stay on them whenever possible. Many cold weather injuries are the results of falls on ice-covered streets and sidewalks. Getting around in snow and icy conditions calls for planning, caution, and common sense. Dress warmly and wear boots with non-skid soles. Avoid plastic and leather soles. Keep warm, but make sure you can hear what's going on around you. If you're wearing a scarf or a hat, make sure it doesn't block your vision or make it hard for you to hear traffic. A heavy backpack or other load can challenge your sense of balance. Avoid carrying too much and leave your hands and arms free to better balance yourself. Move slowly and take smaller steps to maintain your balance. When entering a building, remove as much snow and water from your boots as possible. Take notice that floors and stairs may be wet and slippery. Walk carefully. Use special care when entering and exiting vehicles. Use the vehicle for support. If you use a single point cane, consider attaching a cane ice tip to reduce your risk of falls. Other challenges in the community include walking along uneven surfaces. Uneven surfaces and changes in ground height are a major source of trip accidents. Even a small change in walking surface of an inch is enough to cause a trip. Curbs, cracks in the sidewalk, ramps, and single steps pose possible tripping hazards. Additionally, variations in elevation can contribute to a step and fall. This can happen when you take a step and your front foot lands on a surface that is lower than you expected, such as when unexpectedly stepping off a curb in the dark. Changes in elevation may be unavoidable, but again, please monitor your walking surfaces carefully. Variations in lighting can also be a common cause of tripping. Bright sunny days can create a glare that makes it difficult to see. Also, moving from light to dark areas or vice versa can cause temporary vision problems, and it may take some time for your eyes to adjust. The following are some tips to manage these hazards. For changes in ground height, stop at curbs and check the height before stepping up or down. Watch for bumps, potholes, sidewalk cracks, and other obstacles that can cause you to trip or step inappropriately. For variations in lighting, consider wearing the correct eyewear when walking. Bifocals or reading glasses can make it harder to see hazards on the ground. During the daytime, wear sunglasses to help reduce glare. When moving inside from the outdoors, move slowly and be sure to remove your sunglasses so you can see any hazards that may be in the way. Poorly lit areas can make it difficult to see obstacles and notice changes in the walking surface. Move slowly where the light is dim and carefully watch your path of travel. Moving too fast increases the likelihood of misjudging a step or encountering a hazard before you notice it. In the evenings, walk where there is plenty of light to help see where you're going. On sidewalks, watch for cracks, holes, and changes in sidewalk levels that can come from overgrown tree roots or shifting soil. Uneven sidewalks can throw you off balance. In parks and around the neighborhood, loose, irregular surfaces such as gravel, sandy paths, and wooden walkways can make it difficult to maintain your footing. Adjusting your stride to a pace that is suitable for the walking surface and the tasks you are doing. Realize that there are hazards involved in going off-road. A shortcut across the lawn or through a flower bed may not be the best choice. While crossing streets, be careful at curbs that have been cut away to allow access for bikes or wheelchairs. The incline and uneven surface may lead to a fall. Take your time when crossing streets. Hurrying to cross before the light changes puts you at risk of falling. Stop at islands in the middle of the street when available and wait for the next opportunity to walk. In parking lots and garages, be aware of curbs, car stops, speed bumps, parking posts, ramps, and any other changes in elevation. On public transportation, such as buses, trains, subways, and planes, always use handrails when available. Be especially careful in stepping over gaps between where you stand and the vehicle you are boarding. Wait until the vehicle stops moving before getting up to exit. In stores and other crowded places, obstructed aisles or walkways present tripping hazards or require frequent changes of direction, throwing you off balance. Use care when walking in crowds. Being jostled by others can upset your balance. Finally, a useful technique is the stop, scan, and plan technique. Scan and plan is a technique that can keep you aware of yourself and your environment to identify risks and hazards and prevent a fall. Begin by taking a moment to scan both your environment and yourself so that you can plan before you act. First, stop. Physically stop to pay attention to your environment. Be cognitively aware of your energy level and emotional state. Am I angry? Am I upset? Am I sad? Note whether you are multitasking and more easily distracted because you're focused on several tasks at once. Try to focus only on the task at hand so that you can scan the environment and look out for potential fall hazards. Next, scan. Listen to your body and identify any physical or emotional distractions. Scan yourself for risk factors such as loose footwear, untied laces, or clothing that might cause you to trip. Look ahead in the environment and identify any obstacles. Finally, plan. Plan your movement, considering what offers the least potential risk or fewest obstacles. Learn from your mistakes. After a fall, think about what you could have done differently to prevent it and what changes will stop it from happening again. Use your problem-solving skills to identify the best solution for you. Over this week, I would like you to look at your environment and look at your home and understand where are your risks of falling and what can be changed to reduce this risk of falling.